Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats. Staying up late, it's Kate Garraway. Live from Glasgow, Frankie Boyle. And their captain, Dave Spikey. And facing them tonight, he's a celebrity, Vic Reed. The lovable Alan Carr. And their captain, Sean Locke. Now, make some noise for your host, Jimmy Carr.
Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. This is interesting. The Bible is the world's most shoplifted book. To be fair, how are you meant to know you shouldn't steal it before you've read it? 14% of bosses think it's acceptable for potential employees to lie on their CVs. If Channel 4 bosses are watching this, I haven't got a GCSE in French. Suckers. And the average marriage lasts 11 years. I imagine there are a few people at home right now thinking, yes, I'm out in too. Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellist job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. I'll give you the number 1 story. It's the London bombing arrests. But what else have people been talking about? Sean, your team to go first.
It's anything to do with the opening of the Eazy Hotel. The EazyJet guy, he's gone into hotels now.
Who's it? Stelios?
Stelios, and he's opening an EazyJet hotel. It's only 20 quid a night to stay in London, but the rooms are bright orange. I don't...
In fact, they are oranges.
Yeah.
You have to burrow into them.
No, actually, they're not.
Aren't they? Well, I'm not staying then.
He's gone into hotels and he's spreading his empire. He's bringing the Eazy brand to loads of different things. And I'm looking forward to the Eazy Zoo. I think about very sort of low-rent crap, where everything's orange. There's about 200 foxes and a pigeon that lives off wotsits.
I can tell you that the opening of the Eazy Hotel is not in the top 5.
Knew it.
Dave, your team, what have the nation been talking about this week?
I think they've been talking about the space shuttle with bits falling off it. I think it's 25 years old. What are they doing sending that up there? I've got a 15-year-old caravanette. I wouldn't got Grange over Sands in it. You know what I mean?
It must have been quite worrying when George Bush comes up on the screen to talk to them. See, on re-entry, guys, could you possibly aim the craft at Iran?
The thing is, have you seen the crew? Eileen, she's called. She's commanding. She's Eileen Collins. She's a mobile hairdresser as well, obviously. Have you seen her hair, that Eileen? It's just like done. She thought, well, I've got to put that helmet on, so she's done her hair like that. It's just like that.
Do you think she decided to be an astronaut when she was at the hairdressers in one of those things?
Yeah.
This is the look for me.
They're saying they've repaired the shuttle now, but, like, if you were on a plane and you just watched the pilot shin his way out along the wing with a hacksaw, and then he'd come in and go, oh, it's fine now, you'd be shitting yourself.
Well, let's have a look and see if it's in the top 5 talking points this week. Yes, it is. Yes, this is the story of the repairs being carried out on the space shuttle this week. Discovery will soon be returning to home base. Or if they're closed, they'll be nipping into B&Q. If all the people in China stood on each other's shoulders, they could reach the moon, which is not only an interesting fact, it's also the latest rescue plan. Sean, Vic and Alan, what else have the nation been talking about?
Is it Big Brother with Kinga coming down on a bottle? She did come down. I felt sorry for the bottle. I really did.
She'll not get much back on that at Threshers, will she?
She should have done us all a favour and stuck Eugene up, shouldn't she? What are you doing,
Is there any chance that she was just part of a recycling project? She's got, like, a paper compactor as well.
To be fair to her, Frankie, she was drunk. She'd had the best part of a bottle of wine inside her.
Honestly, the freaks in there, it's like being locked on a night bus.
I saw it. I mean, it was an extraordinary incident, though, wasn't it?
They were always trying to outdo each other, and I just imagine when she stuck the bottle up, Makosi coming out with a fire hydrant going, let the games begin.
Well, let's have a look and see if Kinga's behaviour on Big Brother was one of the top 5 most talked about things. Yes, it was. Everyone's been talking about Big Brother this week, specifically Kinga pleasuring herself with a wine bottle. It was a Merlot. Anthony had a Semillon. I think it was just a misunderstanding. The bottle did say screw top. Over to you, Dave, to raise the tone. What else have the nation been talking about?
What do you think, team?
Oh, thongs, I think. But then maybe you haven't because you're all boys.
Well, the demise of the thong.
The demise of the thong, yeah. Apparently we're not buying them anymore as girls. If you're a girl with a big bottom, it makes your bottom look smaller.
It doesn't make your bottom look smaller, it makes your bottom look naked with a rope up it.
I can tell you, thongs were not in the top 5. It was the story that sales of the thongs have fallen and they've gone out of fashion. For all the good they do you, you may as well stick them up your arse. Fingers on buzzers. Most talked about things this week.
Is it the Irish woman who's won 79 million on the lottery?
Dolores.
And now the world's kidnappers are having their own lottery to decide who gets to take her hostage first. If I was a kidnapper, I would actually be cutting out the letters from the ransom note from that story as I was reading it. Oh, we could use the L from lottery in kill. There we go.
That's a cheery take on the story.
And she's got the good fortune to live in Ireland where there's a lot of out-of-work terrorists looking for a pension plan.
Apparently they said to her, they said, well, you know, we can't pay it all at once. You can have some now, and then some in 6 months, and then some in a year. And she went, oh, if you're going to piss about, give us my £1 back.
Let's have a look and see if the Irish lottery win is in our top 5 most talked about stories. Yes, it is. Fingers on buzzers, what else is in the top 5?
A nice galleon.
Is there any more to that story?
Nope, that's it.
I'll have a check for you, Vic.
Story about the really nice galleon.
Did you hear that one?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
No, the nice galleon didn't make it, but, you know, thanks for playing along.
Bless you.
Come on, one more thing to get. Fingers on buzzers.
Is it Tony Blair saying he's going to leave politics?
Asked him why he was giving up. He said, because the country is on its arse.
He's just bought a ghost train at a fun fair in Bridlington. He's going to run that instead. I heard.
Let's have a look and see if those rumours about Tony Blair quitting are in the top 5. Yes! There are rumours this week that Tony Blair is to stand down at the next election. He is set to make a fortune on the lecture circuit. Fair enough, he's got mouths to feed, one of which is enormous. Well, I can tell you at the end of that round that Sean, Vic and Alan have 2 points and Dave, Frankie and Kate have 2 points. The next round is called the Poll with a Hole. We've looked through hundreds of surveys, past and present, from around the world and unearthed some fascinating facts. Unfortunately, each statistic is missing one salient piece of information, so it's up to our panellists to fill in the gaps. Dave's team, you're first. 62% of pupils believe that teachers what?
Shouldn't really be in the showers with them.
Is it that teachers is their preferred brand of whiskey?
He's from Glasgow.
Is it 62% of pupils believe that teachers are really good at teaching them maths and 80% think they're not great?
Is it 62% of pupils believe that teachers are mad as a buzz? Because I think we all had a mad teacher. We had an absolutely mental, mad teacher. I can't obviously tell you his name, but he was married to a woman called Mrs. Forsyth. He was mad because he used to, in the lesson, if you weren't paying attention, he'd say, right, I'm going to go and stand outside and I'm not coming back in until you behave. And we used to just go mad and he'd keep opening the door now and again going, I'm still here.
We used to have a teacher, he'd literally come in with a chainsaw and he'd take the heads of the
I'll give you a clue to this. It's how the teachers feel about their pupils.
They like to think they like them, don't they?
That is the right answer.
Oh.
Yeah, 62% of pupils believe that teachers like them. That or they can't spell lick. Dave's team, 30% of Scottish women have what?
Been banned from Wetherspoons? Is it have appeared as extras in Bad Girls?
Is it I've breastfed in public? Only I went to school. A mate of mine, they come from Scotland. His mum was Scottish, obviously, more Aggie, something like that, I don't know. And she was still breastfeeding him at school when he was 5 at primary school. She used to come and do it through the railings. It's really funny. But the sad thing was, she was a real gossip, so if she saw somebody she knew at the other end at the playground there, she'd be off and he'd be like,
Did you grow up in a cartoon?
Yeah.
Well, you were closest with the Wetherspoons guess. It's a type of crime.
Drunk and disorderly.
No.
Shoplifted alcohol.
Correct.
Really? There you go.
Yes, 30% of Scottish women have stolen alcohol. Sean's team, 16% of medical students have been what by nurses?
Injected by their ovipositors.
Yes, that's it. Moving on.
By the what? What was that?
Ovipositors.
Oh, all right.
You know, the stem that injects the eggs into the host.
Yeah. And do you get the people doing that to lots of it going, yeah. Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, the galleon, yeah, brilliant.
It's something that you would normally associate with happening at school.
Teased.
Bullied.
Correct. Dave's team, your next one. The average British man spends £13 a year on what?
Treating his wife. Go on, you have that yourself. Go on, you go and spend that. No, I don't want anything back. Off you go.
Is it throwing coins at referees?
You have a go, Vic. Have a go.
Oh, push bike.
That's a brilliant answer. Well done.
Thank you.
Have another go.
Walnuts, I suppose.
Very good answer as well.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, is that right? Is it walnuts and push bike?
Your whole body posture there suggests I've got the right answer. You can trust me. No, I'm serious on this one. Yeah.
No,
Is it push bikes?
I can't take all the credit for this. It was Sean.
I'm kind of his manager, really. Trainer, manager. Yeah. I encourage.
Carer.
Yeah.
No. Right, listen. There are how many months in a year? 13. How much for your lodgings? A month? A pound? £13. Rent is the answer.
It's just the smug look after the wrong answer.
Is it coconuts? Because I probably buy 5 or 6 coconuts a year. So
You get them cheap.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
You know the coconut shop?
Oh, yeah.
By the station?
Yeah.
Kate Garraway, did you have one final guess from Kate Garraway?
Socks or underwear? They don't ever
That's the
buy
correct
them, do
answer.
they? Really?
Yes, the average British man spends £13 a year on underwear. I was in Marks and Spencer's the other day. I splashed out some lacy knickers. Had to pay for them. So, at the end of that round, I can tell you that Alan, Vic and Sean have 2 points. Kate, Frankie and Dave have 7 points. Time for What's the Poll? I'm going to show you 5 people who were all popular answers on the same poll. All our panellists have to do is tell me, what's the poll? Here is your first one.
And the relationship between Mary and this dog is sensational to watch. Oh, this is delightful. And it's almost telepathic. She's using mostly just little signals, not commands. Oh, stunning. Wonderful. What a performance.
What poll do you think dogs might have appeared on?
Is this dogs with specs or just dogs in general?
A friend of mine had a dog, and this is true, it's got a lisp, this dog. And when it barks, it goes like this, it goes, "Rouse!" And then it developed a stammer, and it goes, "Rouse!"
The dogs are a man's best friend, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, is it something to do with a poll of best friends who have at one time or another shit in your kitchen?
No. OK, let's have a look at the next person on the poll. athlete John Drummond there getting upset to illustrate the Olympics. What poll do you think might have featured the Olympics and dogs?
Is it things that postmen hate? Because postmen hate dogs and they hate the Olympics.
Why?
Well, the Olympic Village, they go there and it's just, you know, Saeed Asu Wara Wara, and they've just got to go and find him, haven't they? You ever seen a postman in Olympic Village? Just...
Dogs are going to be allowed into the Olympics. Swimming.
I'd like to see a 24-hour Vic Reeves news channel.
You're in luck.
Yeah.
I actually thought I was appearing on Eat Out of Tin Cans. Well, we would just have to eat out of tin cans and enjoy it for half an hour. That's why I went on this show.
Let's have a look at the next person on the list.
She knows hubby has to work hard, but if only he could be in punctually sometimes. Ah, there he is now. She's heard it plenty of times before, but she actually believes that stuff about being kept at the office.
No, I won't work too hard. I'll be home as soon as possible. Ah, that was the phone. I must go now. Goodbye, darling.
Mobile phones there. Television companies have been accused of profiting from mobile phone voting. If you want to hear the punchline to that joke, text moron to the number on your screen now. What poll do you think mobile phones, the Olympics and dogs might have appeared on?
I know. David Beckham. He did a telephone advert.
Yeah?
Football is going to be in the Olympics, and
Yeah.
Beckham rides a dog when he comes on the pitch.
It was so good, but he sort of fell down on that third one, I felt. OK, let's have a look at the next person.
Milo! A snake! A snake? Where? In the garden. You didn't touch it, did you? No, I didn't. Oh, good. Where is it now? I don't know. I left Doodles with... Doodles? It's probably eaten Doodles!
That was the Tweenies.
The Tweenies are pretty terrifying. Yeah. They look sort of like a normal family that live under a mobile phone mast.
Children like dogs, the Tweenies, the Olympics and mobile phones.
Let's have a look at the next thing on the list.
To be attractive, you just have to know that you are and just be happy with yourself no matter what you look like. And then you'll be attractive because everybody's beautiful.
Paris Hilton there. What poll do you think they all might have appeared on?
I think, is it things that they've got other names for? Like she's got a Paris Hilton, her real name's Reading Travelodge. Olympics, a lot of people just go, Olympics, innit? Can I have the points?
I think Paris Hilton is the big clue here.
So she had sex on the internet, and the Tweenies have had sex on the internet.
Is it things people have been searching for on the internet?
Yeah, Frankie Boy, that's the correct answer. They all appear on a poll of the most searched words on the internet. So, at the end of that round, it is 8 points for Dave's team and 2 points to Sean's team.
Don't worry about it.
And the winner is the name of our final round. I'm going to give the teams a series of opinion polls and surveys. It's up to them to buzz in and tell me who or what they think came top. Here is your first one. The greatest food innovation of the 20th century.
The spork. You know that plastic? They've made a spoon and a fork as one thing. That's clever, that spork.
I think probably the greatest leap forwards is the Muller fruit corner. That's a fantastic thing because you can have your yoghurt first, then your fruit, or you can have your fruit, then your yoghurt, or you can just eat the fruit, not bother with the yoghurt.
He's got a point.
Or you can eat the yoghurt and just chuck the fruit on a cat or something. And it's just so many options with
Do
one...
you write the serving suggestion on the front?
Or a Scotch egg. That's a fantastic invention.
What about the gala pie? It's a similar thing, but square.
Scotch egg, vegetarians can have Scotch egg, can't they? Because they can throw the meat away and they can eat the egg.
Yeah, and the same with the gala pie.
I'd like it to be the pot noodle. I like pot noodles because it's just pop the kettle on, taste it for 5 days afterwards. Love it.
Do you genuinely eat pot noodles?
Yeah, I watch Diagnosis Murder in the afternoon and eat chicken and mushroom pot noodles.
Have you ever thought about maybe having an affair?
Powdered egg.
Powdered egg?
Don't laugh and don't mock it. Don't you ever mock powdered egg.
I mock powdered egg because it's a very sad story. My grandfather, right, he had powdered egg during the war. He thought it was drugs. He snorted it, right, and he choked on his own omelette.
It's a way of preserving food.
Freezing.
Correct. The greatest food innovation of the 20th century is frozen food.
Yeah!
Rudest people in Europe.
American tourists.
I think the British, we're the rudest people in Europe because we travel around, we don't learn the language, we don't bother to learn anyone's language, we just put an O on everything. Go, I'll have 3-0, beer-o.
Sorry, I don't speak Spanish. What was that? The Brits are actually number 3 on the list of the rudest people in Europe.
Is it Vikings?
Is it Vikings?
Yes.
They never knock, do they?
No.
Straight in.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about Vikings. They never knock.
Is it Scottish people when they're trying to be friendly? Have a drink, Jimmy, you prick.
I have a suspicion it might be either the Visigoths, the Bohemians, or the Vandals. I'm going to go for the Vandals.
Yeah. They're from that area in Europe, yeah.
Germans.
Correct. Yes, the rudest people in Europe are the Germans. Their butlins is apparently shit. My granddad was telling me about it. He went there in the war. Well, that sound tells me that it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean's team have 5 points, but Dave is the winner with 8 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
It's 9:30 on the final show of 8 out of 10 Cats. Joining the show tonight, it's Derek. And from Celebrity Big Brother, it's Jeremy Edwards. And their big brother, Dave Spikey. And facing them tonight, the appliance of science. Superfan Lisa Tarbuck. And their big brother, Sean Locke. With extra special guests, Maxwell, Michelle, Nick, Jade, Victor, Kamal, and here's your host, Jimmy Carr.
Welcome to the 8 out of 10 Cats Big Brother Special, a show about Big Brother opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, in this year's Big Brother, there were a staggering 6.5 million votes cast, meaning whoever wins has a clear mandate to invade North Korea. Of course, the title of Big Brother is taken from the George Orwell novel 1984, although this year's casting was inspired by Animal Farm. 80% of the Big Brother applicants are between 16 and 24. The rest have significantly higher IQs. Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories and events from this year's Big Brother they've been talking about the most. It's our panellists' job to guess the 3 most popular. Dave, Jeremy, Derek, what do you think the nation have been talking about with regards to Big Brother?
Well, in the top 3 has got to be Kinga, the bottle bank.
Has to be.
I just watched it, like most people, I'm sure, with the jaw just getting progressively lower and lower. I'm wondering what I just thought in her house. So Mum and Dad must have had everybody around. All the neighbours. She's on tonight, she's gone in. Come on, Auntie Margie's here. Come in, Auntie Margie. Sit down. Oh, she's smoking. I didn't know she smoked. Oh, wait a minute, mate. Wait a minute. It gets worse than that. You sit down there, have a cup of tea. Watch her, she's on. Shall I put this up me fanny?
Were you horrified, Derek?
I didn't see it.
Let's have a look at it now.
Don't do it, Kinga.
King of Dawn.
That was Kinga there, cracking open a bottle of wine.
It happens a lot on telly. I remember seeing David Attenborough in Life on Earth knocking one out, one of the gorillas. Newsnight, Paxman. He's got a live. That's a false arm, you see, Paxman's got.
I've never liked manual labour myself, which is why I've never done it.
You have a little fella come in twice a week, do you? Let's have a look and see whether the Kinga incident is in the top 3 talking points. Ooh. Yes, it is. Third most talked about thing. That's a point. This is the story of Kinga turning herself into a novelty wine rack. I think what happened was she was going to ask Anthony for a shag, but in the end she bottled it. Sean's team, what else have people been talking about?
Maybe it could be the numerous arguments me and that guy had, Maxwell.
Your arguments with Maxwell?
Yeah.
I've got a clip.
You took cigarettes out of my fucking packet! You're a fucking little thief, mad wanker! Fuck off! Cool. You're out of order. Black attack.
That was like a scene from Lady Windermere's Fan, isn't it?
Science, why do you love winding people up so much?
Well, me, I don't like winding up anybody.
But there, you're doing it now.
How? All I did, yeah, it was just a clash of characters, that's all what it is, really.
I'm pretty sure that Maxwell will 100% agree with that. Let's check.
Me and Science were having it out, and we was having a row. He's having a row to my face, he's telling me what he thought about me, I was saying what I thought about him, right? But at the end of the day, me and Science, we strong personality, strong characters, we clashed, we had a row, thought about it, and at the end of the day, I left the house, he shook my hand, and he beat me.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Well, I can tell you that your argument with Maxwell was the 8th most talked about thing.
The 8th? Oh.
8th, yeah. I'm going to go over to Dave's team, I'm going to ask you.
What about Craig's love for Anthony? I feel a bit sorry for Craig, actually, because I think Anthony kind of led him on. Because he comes into the house, right, and obviously Craig's attracted to him, and he snogs Orla, he then goes to Makosi, and Craig's thinking, he's a breast man, I'm in. Wait! Until he sees these. Nothing.
Might develop once they've left the house and there are no cameras around.
Do you think?
Possibly.
Definitely not.
Did you...
Sorry.
Oh, hang on, Jade has to talk.
No, definitely not. I think Craig is actually quite scary. You know, Michelle, I'm sorry, Michelle, but in Michelle, as she was the bunny boiler, but Craig has actually beaten that. He's actually really
scary. You know
scary.
that's the real Michelle behind you.
And I think if that was a man harassing a woman, it would be called sexually harassment. So why is it not the same? I just think it's awful.
I'm still pretty sure we call it sexual harassment. Let's have a look and see if you're right and if Craig is sexually harassing Anthony.
Look at me, please. Look at me. Focus on me. Craig, your best friend, who cares about you greatly. You are a nightmare for me in this house. I tell you what, I fucking love you. I'll do anything for you.
Big Brother is a little concerned about Anthony this evening.
Right, OK.
He seems a little worse for wear.
Getting sick over everything.
Get off us, man.
You are acting like an ass.
Get off us!
Craig and Anthony there enjoying the kind of romance you'd find in a Hollywood movie. Cape Fear. Let's have a look and see if that's one of the top 3 talking points.
Oh.
Yes, it is. The most talked about thing in this year's Big Brother. Yes, this is the story of Craig and Anthony's relationship. The thing Craig likes about Anthony is that he can see a bit of himself in him. OK, fingers on buzzers, one more to get.
It's got to be when Makosi sort of let the side down and she apparently had it off with Anthony and then was pregnant. Pool orgy.
They disregarded every rule of pool etiquette, didn't they?
Yeah, didn't they?
I mean, for a start, went swimming after a big meal. It's a no. Heavy petting.
Yeah.
No bombing.
Ducking.
Bombing, Craig.
Let's have a look.
Come on.
Go, Makosi!
isn't it? No. He's got a massive willy, yeah, huge! Huge! Huge!
Well, that was the Week 5 hot tub orgy. Do you think they had sex in the pool?
They definitely did it. I know for a fact that they did, because he said that they did, Craig said that they did, Ola said that they did.
I don't think they did.
She was pregnant 5 minutes later.
She's pregnant.
She jumped out of the pool, went to the diary room and told him she was pregnant.
Yeah, but in that pool, it could have been anybody's, couldn't it? To be honest with you.
Let's have a look and see if this is one of the top talking points of Big Brother this year.
Hello.
Yes, it is. Yes, this is the story of the housemates' pool orgy where Anthony and Makosi allegedly had sex. I can assure you that it was safe sex. Anthony was wearing a verruca sock. Well, I can tell you at the end of that round, Science, Lisa and Sean have 1 point. Derek, Jeremy and Dave have 2 points.
Looking good.
The next round is called The Poll with a Hole. We've unearthed some fascinating facts about Big Brother. Unfortunately, each statistic is missing one salient piece of information, so it's up to our panellists to fill in the gaps. Sean's team, 10% of Big Brother viewers think that Science is what?
Is his surname, and his first name is head of.
Science is history.
It's his story, which is mine. What would you like to know?
I think I know already enough.
I don't think you do.
I feel like I picked up a pirate radio station.
It's to do with your name, Science.
Is it your real name?
Christened name.
Yeah. Citizen science to you, though, please.
Yeah, no, Science the Great, as far as I'm concerned, but Kieran Harvey if I was the authorities.
Yeah.
10% of Big Brother viewers think that Science is...
Not his real name.
Not his real name? Is close but not right. I'm going to have to tell you. 10% of Big Brother viewers think that Science is a stupid name.
Only 10%.
Where did you get the name then? Did you give it to yourself?
No, I didn't. It came because of the way that I produce music, the way that I write lyrics and the things that I talk about, basically. The science of life, the science of culture, the science of dreams.
Boom.
And to aspire.
Give us a little taste of that.
What shall I talk about? Give me a topic then.
8 out of 10 cats.
8 out of 10 cats. All right, and I'm having a chit-chat in 8 out of 10 cats with Jimmy Carr and the rest of the gang. But you know that I'm the man. Yeah, I'm a man. Not a man's man, but you got to overstand. Now, don't be hunger, because I got a hunger. And since I've been in the house, I come out a lot stronger.
Did it.
Yeah. Put some minor. A little glitch in the Matrix.
Dave, 34% of people would like to see Derek what?
Let's see Derek, he's here, look. Press play and record. You have a tape of him.
Kiss Jeremy. It's got to be that.
Take the plums out his mouth. Not mine.
Later, Jeremy, later.
What have I done?
You know what I'd like you to see more of you doing? Bending with your knees rather than your back. Did they not send you on a lifting and handling course? Every time I've watched you, you're doing the wrong thing. You're just asking for disc trouble later on in life.
34% of people weren't as caring as you.
Could it be something absurd as leading the Conservative Party?
I'm going to give you that. Yes, 34% of people would like to see Derek start his own political party. Derek, do you think you'd be good at that?
No, I'm a follower, not a leader. I follow people. They're usually tall, dark and very handsome.
Thank you very much, Derek, but I'm going to say no. Dave's team. 12% of Big Brother applicants are what?
Practising in freshers.
Sane, and the other 96% mad.
96?
What about the other two? 88. He was the clever one.
12% of the Big Brother applicants are real.
Do you really think that's the answer?
No, not really. Isn't that a good thing?
I'll give you a clue. It's a job.
It's a job.
Oh. Shelf stackers.
Hairdressers.
You are absolutely right. Lisa Tarbuck. Yes, 12% of Big Brother applicants are hairdressers. 2 of the housemates this year are hairdressers. Anthony is a trainee and Craig runs his own salon. He's already offered Anthony some sort of job. OK, Sean's team. 34% of Big Brother contestants what after leaving the house?
I reckon 34% of Big Brother contestants Go back to Asda.
Nah, man, Asda's do classic quick save.
Science, you're one of the contestants.
Yeah. I reckon what they should do is go to a remote Scottish island and have a little word with themselves. What have you been doing since you left the Big Brother house? Number one.
I read that you made $1 million since you left, did you?
I don't ask you about your wages.
You can.
I wouldn't like to, it's rude. No,
No, you're right.
I haven't made $1 million.
Sorry, that is rude, I apologise. How much do you weigh, Jade?
Lose weight.
That's the right answer.
Hey.
Yes, 34% of Big Brother contestants lose weight after leaving the house, mainly by bringing out their own fitness videos. Nadia's weight loss programme was a little bit more extreme. She cut out all meat and 2 veg. So at the end of that round, it is 3 points for Sean's team and 4 points for Dave's team. Our next round is face-off. We have 6 well-known Big Brother housemates in the studio. Kamal, Nick, Jade, Victor, Michelle and Maxwell. We asked the public, which of these housemates would do best on Mastermind? Who got the most votes?
Why can't I maybe have some votes?
Sorry, it's who would be best on Mastermind.
Yeah.
Did you not understand that question?
I think, Jade, I think you do very well, but you'd be spinning around the chair.
I'm going to say Nick.
You're going to go with Nasty Nick?
Yeah.
OK. Dave's team, what do you think?
I'd love to see Jade on it. Just imagine it would be like you've passed on all 22. The answer to question 1 was Jade.
What would your specialist subject be?
Shoes and handbags.
Who are you going to go for, team?
I think we've got to go for Kamal.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
What do you think, Jeremy?
Well, I don't think anything would be any good, to be honest. So... well, I'm sorry, but, you know...
Yeah, they're not like the cast of Hollyoaks, are they?
No.
Victor, what would your specialist subject be on Mastermind?
General knowledge, really, like...
Your specialist subject would be general knowledge?
That would be it.
That is amazing. Yeah. And your specialist subject is general knowledge?
Why, is that not a subject?
Is it not a subject? No, Jade, but when your specialist subject... I can't believe I'm having to explain that to a human being. General knowledge is the general bit, and then they do have a specialist subject.
Oh, in knowledge.
In knowledge, no. Oh, you're adorable. Well, you went with Kamal, you went with Nick. I can tell you that Kamal got 19% of the vote, but the public thought the best person on Mastermind would be Nasty Nick. He got 50% of the vote. According to the public, Nick was voted the housemate that would be best on Mastermind. His specialist subject would, of course, be the role of Buttons in various pantos across the East Midlands. We asked the public, which of these housemates would you most like to meet on a blind date? Who got the most votes? Dave's team.
I'd want to go on a blind date with Jade. I'm picking Jade every time, aren't I? I'm sorry, I would. My worry is she'd never find a place, you know, the arranged place. It's like, I'll meet you outside Ritz's. I'm not going to Brazil.
Okay, who are you going for?
It's got to be Michelle, hasn't it?
I think Michelle.
It's got to be Michelle.
I'd go, yeah.
No.
We go for Michelle.
Yeah. You're going to go for Michelle?
Even half the chance.
Who are you going to go for, Sean?
Who would you like to meet on a blind date?
The public is actually the ones
Come on.
that have done this. I ain't got a clue, but I'm going to go for Jade, innit? Because Jade, everybody loves Jade. Now you're getting it wrong.
That's cute.
Like
Thank
that,
you.
man. Sway with it, sway with it, sway with it, flow with it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Does anybody remember the wooden tops?
Lisa, who do you think the public would have voted for?
Kamal.
You think Kamal?
There,
Why?
I said it.
You went for Michelle. I can tell you that Michelle got 20% of the vote, but Kamal got 35% of the vote. It was the top answer. OK, this is to Sean's team. We asked the public which of these housemates would make the worst Prime Minister. Who got the most votes?
Maxwell would make a bad Prime Minister. Very bad.
Is it because you would be tried for treason?
Yeah, all of that, man. You know what I mean? They blame it on citizen science all the time.
I've got Jade down for Foreign Secretary. You European Constitution, East Anglia. Come on.
Who are you going to go for?
Jade, I think.
Oh, actually, see, what's his name? Tony Blair, and walked straight past him. I didn't even know it was him. So.
What was Tony Blair doing at Bluewater?
OK, so you've gone for Maxwell. I can tell you that Maxwell got 10% of the vote as the worst Prime Minister, but Jade was the top answer with 50% of the vote.
Oh, bless you.
But in fairness to you, Jade, if you were elected leader, you wouldn't be the stupidest world leader, would you? And President Bush is thicker than you, isn't he?
I don't know who these people are.
President Bush. You've heard of President Bush, though, yeah?
Is that the man that sort of looks like a teddy bear that's in America?
President of America or the United States? Which one would you rather?
They're both the same.
Oh, this is good. OK, Dave, this is your final question.
All right.
We asked the public which of these housemates would make the best superhero. Who got the most votes?
Oh, Victor, didn't you have a couple of names, like superhero names, like the Milkman? And did you do the plumber? Was that... Why was that?
Because I leave pipe.
He's basically our job man. We're going to go for Victor.
Yeah, OK, you're going for Victor. Sean, what do you think?
What would your superpowers be, Vic?
Turn up really late, take your account details and launder mass amounts of money through them. Fraud boy.
Should we go with Kamal?
Kamal had an assortment of weapons to throw in it, like a laser mirror and like throwing boomerang stilettos and things.
You could also throw a hissy fit.
Yeah,
OK, well, I can tell you that Kamal only got 16% of the vote. What? Victor was the top answer, 23% of the vote. Yes, according to the public, Victor would make the best superhero. One of his nicknames is the Milkman, because he always delivers milk. He's now a milkman, it's his job. So at the end of that round, I can tell you that Derek, Jeremy and Dave have 6 points, and Science, Lisa and Sean have 5 points. And the winner is the name of our final round. I'm going to give the teams a series of opinion polls based on Big Brother. It's up to them to buzz in and tell me who or what they think came top. Here is your first one. Person you'd least like to be stuck in the Big Brother house with?
Robert Mugabe.
Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong.
Well, it's all moon this, moon that.
It's a current housemate.
Craig.
Correct.
Has to be.
Oh, well done.
Here's a look at why Craig might not be great to live with.
That is putting something over somebody. Not... Listen! Stop doing that! I don't put up fucking things!
I don't know what the bloke's problem is.
No, you need to pull yourself.
I can't do it, I can't.
Oh.
He behaves like a pregnant woman with malaria.
My God.
Favourite ever housemate? Fingers on buzzers.
It was definitely our Jade.
Well, you're absolutely right. Jade is the most popular Big Brother contestant ever. Jade, let's have a look at some of the reasons why you're the most popular Big Brother contestant ever.
Everybody goes on about Sherlock Holmes, and everybody goes on about Mr. Einstein. And I thought Inspector Morse and Mr. Einstein were together, sort of thing.
Say that again?
I thought Sherlock Holmes was related to Inspector Morse, and Inspector Morse was related to Mr. Einstein and Mother Teresa.
I think a round of applause for Jade, the most popular Big Brother contestant ever. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Science, Lisa and Sean have 8 points, Derek, Jeremy and Dave have 7 points, meaning Sean's team are the winners. Thank you to all of our guests this evening, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. See you next year.